One day, my boyfriend and I were heading to church as usual, and when we got there, before we were walking in, Kim Honeycutt, who is a Mosaic volunteer as well as my counselor, looked me straight in the eye and says, "If you feel something today, don't fight it." On that Sunday, Naeem actually gave a sermon about baptism and what it means and how important it is. What really struck me at the end of the sermon, he prayed over us, and he talked about, if you've ever had disappointment in your life, maybe you've gone through a divorce, and that God just wants to step in and cleanse you of your past and just wash away all of that. And immediately, tears just started rolling down my face. I had no idea what was happening. I was so emotional. I was embarrassed. He, asked anyone who wanted to get baptized that day, to meet outside after the sermon, and I just wanted to get out of there. So my boyfriend and I, we leave, and the whole way to my apartment, there's like dark clouds. It's about to rain, and I'm still just uncontrollably crying. And get to my apartment, and he looks over at me and says, "What did Kim say to you this morning?" And I said, "Well, she told me if I felt something not to fight it." And in that moment, I knew that, oh my, I was supposed to be baptized. And I said, "We have to go back. I'm supposed to be baptized. We have to go back." So, we raced back, and, immediately it's like the sun came out, it was bright skies, looked totally different. We get there, and they had already started packing up, the pool. Naeem comes up, I tell him, "Hey, I'm supposed to be baptized." And he just has all of the volunteers set everything back up. They refilled the pool, and he baptized me. During that season of my life, I was in a process of healing. I had actually previously gone through a divorce. I was so humiliated going through the divorce and felt like I was a failure, and that God was upset with me, and I was angry at him. So, I just worked all the time, and I felt as if I don't need anybody, I don't need anything, I can do this on my own, I'm fine. Slowly, as I started coming to Mosaic more and more, I started realizing, I couldn't do everything on my own, and that I wasn't happy where I was. Even though I had started a new life, I still needed God to come in and cleanse me of my past. After the baptism, I started mountain biking quite heavily. Found so much passion in that. I enrolled in graduate school. I joined a small group and met some amazing women at Mosaic Church. These women that he brought into my life, they wanted to love on me where I was at and not where I'd been, and they didn't care about my past, and they really wanted to help equip me and speak hope into my life and get me where I want to be, and more importantly, where God wants me to be. And my decision to get baptized and to turn around and to come back was so that, I could appreciate all that God had started doing in my life and step out and say, "I surrender. It's all yours. Recreate me into the woman that you want me to be." And, as soon as I did, he just brought so much hope and joy and just compassion in my life, and all the disappointment, the fears, the insecurities, I literally just started seeing them slowly wash away. God came to me when I was broken and lost and restored me to have a new beginning.